So comment, subscribe, dislike, or like. Check out the links in the descriptions for other of my sites, other activities that I'm involved in. Got a whole bunch of Facebook groups you can check out. I play multiple card games, so I do music among other things, so check out the links in the description. So this is my Soul Striker Gogeta Tournament Tide deck. One copy of the leader. 4 Gogeta Godspeed Demolisher, 4 Gogeta Effortless Strike, 4 Ultimate Fusion Gogeta, 4 Android 17 Tournament Tide, 4 Oceanic Shinron Negative Energy, 4 SS Vegeta Thwarting the Enemy, 4 Goku the Hellish Throwback, 4 Goku and Vegeta Saiyans Synergy, 4 Chill's Army Reinforcement, 4 Dimension Magic, 4 Majin Buu Unison, 4 Gotenks Unison, 4 Super Saiyan 4 Goku Protector of the Earth, and 1 Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Peerless Fusion. Well, I actually have this Ultimate, so normally I would, put Baby Hatchak, but I actually don't own Baby Hatchak. And I wanted to keep this on the whole Gogeta thing, so I was like, alright, let me put in the Gogeta Ultimate in there. So pretty much I have everything except Oceanus. I have every card here to build this deck in real life except Oceanus. I am in the process of ordering them. I mean, I could order them today. They get paid yesterday. But anyway, I do have all the other cards. Because I did just a couple days ago recently got my 1-drop Goku and the 8-drop Gogeta Godspeed Demolisher, which I'm going to be using that strategy for my Zamasu deck. Which, alright, where am I at? Alright, so obviously Soul Striker, just because it's Soul Striker. Obviously it was errated, so you can't awaken when you have a blue unison with a specified cost of 3. So you're going to need to have 4 less life in order to awaken. But that's fine because we're not really too much in a hurry in awakening anyway. But if you awaken, obviously you have the ability to untap 2 energy when you swing, which can be very useful. We have the Gogeta chain. The 5-drop has the active main ability. We pay 1 blue energy, and your opponent has to have 3 or more energy in order for you to take 1 blue 1-drop Goku and 1 blue 1-drop Vegeta. So here are some targets for that effect, and put them at the bottom of your deck in order to play this card for 1 blue energy. And then of course the 8-drop Gogeta for 2 energy can EX evolve on top of a blue Gogeta with an energy cost of 5. So the idea is you play the 5-drop and then you put the 8-drop on top of it. The 8-drop is a 30k double strike dual attack, so it has the ability to attack twice. So 2 chances to potentially go for game, right? And then has the auto that once per turn, if your leader card is mono blue, which it is, when this card is played or your opponent activates a battle card skill, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and return them to the owner's hand. So this is a good way of getting rid of any problematic blockers. So just by playing it, you get to bounce 2 of your opponent's battle cards back to their hand, which is always good to have, especially if you're going to play something as a finisher. You definitely want that type of effect, especially to get rid of any blockers. Then the fact is dual attack, that will help you out against any single negates, right? And then 30k double strikes, so it's already a good base body to swing with. Then has the second auto. If your leader card is mono blue, which it is, and you have 6 or fewer cards in your hand, so if you have a small hand size, at the end of your opponent's turn, they choose 3 cards in their hand and place the rest at the bottom of their deck in any order. So it kind of does a 7-drop Gogeta type effect, right, so to speak. But at the end of your opponent's turn, but it does kind of like a Cell Zeno. No, it actually does more of a 7-drop. I was gonna not Cell Zeno, Perfect Force Cell. I was trying to say, but pretty much it's more like the 7-drop Gogeta, which is banned, but he's not banned, so you can use him. So, but the thing is, you gotta wait until the end of your opponent's turn in order to get this effect off. But if you manage to get him out early, right, like as soon as turn 3, for example. If you could pull it off and get them out as soon as turn 3, or even turn 2 if you could manage that, then you will be able to get this out there, get some damage out there on your opponent, and then hopefully at the end of your opponent's turn, drop their hand down to 3, which will greatly increase your chances of dealing a lot of damage the following turn. So the fact that he's dual attack, something you might want to do is play him, right, get his effect off, swing with him, restand them because he's dual attack, right, but keep it in active mode. So that way your opponent can't try to attack him to try to get him off the board. That way you could try to get the auto effect off. So there's that. Or you can, obviously swing with it twice, and if you untap the energy with your leader, you can obviously use it to play, your negates, Dimension Magic, that kind of stuff here, Oceanus, just to keep them on the field long enough to pull off that effect. It would be cool if he had Barrier, right? That would have made him extra awesome, but that would be busted. This 5-drop is a blocker, in case that matters. He also has the auto that when one of your blue Gogeta cards with an energy cost of 5 or more, other than a copy of this card, is removed from your battle area by your opponent's skill, you may play this card from your hand. So if you just so happen to have an extra copy of this in your hand, and your opponent gets rid of your 8-drop Gogeta, like one before you even get that second auto off, right? You could drop this for free, and now you have a 15k block you can block with. So it's always good to have defense, but also the fact that you could also use this to just play another Gogeta, 8-drop Gogeta on top of it the following turn. So good synergy there. This also can be used with the Ultimate Fusion Gogeta because it is a 5-drop Gogeta. So if you play this and your opponent gets rid of this through a skill, you can drop this for free. So yeah, some synergy there. Of course, the Ultimate Fusion Gogeta, 25k double strike, has the Union Fusion where you pay 2 blue, 2 of anything to take a Goku and a Vegeta with the same power from your hand and send it to the drop in order to play this card from your hand. So you essentially fuse from the hand. As you can see, all the Vegetas and Goku cards, they all have 4k power, so they meet the requirements. So there's synergy there. And then has the auto sparking 5. We have 5 or more cards in your drop. When you play this card, draw 2 cards, then choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom of the deck in any order. So more cards to help you obviously control your opponent's board, get rid of any potential blockers that might be getting your way. Plus you get 2 cards to replace the fact that you gave up gave up a Goku and a Vegeta to play this. So it replaces those cards. And you can start swinging with this and do what it do. The fact that this is a 5-drop, obviously, if you play this for 4, right, drop it, and then swing with the leader, on the Awakened side, use the ability to untap 2 energy. Now you can use the 2 energy to play this 8-drop on top of the 5-drop Gogeta. So this will get rid of, like I said, with Sparking 5 will get rid of 2 of your opponent's battle cards just by playing it, and you'll draw 2 cards. Then you play this on top of it. This will trigger and get rid of 2 more of your opponent's battle cards. So that chain right there can help you clear your opponent's board, plus, keep your hand, slightly thick. So there's that. Synergy there. Of course, Android 17 Turn Tides. It in itself is a win card if you use it right. Play it for 7 energy. You and your opponent get rid of your hands. And then you'll be able to swing for 30k crit to your opponent's leader. Then swing with your leader if they're at 2 life and finish them off just like that. Not much to say there, just obvious. Oceanus, for its Floodgate ability, plus the fact that it negates 1 attack and it's a blocker, so it could potentially stop another attack. Obviously, you want to combine this with stuff like Dimension Magic and your Chill's Army's Reinforcements, even your Goku and Vegeta saying synergy, just to greatly increase your chance of getting the extra turn, so you can get the extra attacks. Of course, get to turn 7, so you can play Android 17 for 7 energy. This Vegeta negates an attack, but you could also play it for free. So it's a free negate if you remove 2 markers off of one of your unisons. So we got obviously a couple unisons. You can use it with this, especially if you do your 5-drop Goku Protector of the Earth, because he has the Floodgate ability. Plus, you use the -2 to clear opponent's board, and you still have 3 markers. You can obviously for free play this to negate an attack, and because this only stops or reduces the possibility of your opponent attacking with a whole bunch of battle cards, but it doesn't stop leader or unison. So you want to at least back it up with some free negates, some negates you can play for free. So there's that, and then of course he has synergy with the rest of the cards. This is a 1-drop Goku. It's a blocker. That's all he really is. He just fits the criteria. The fact you can use him for defense. He's just a 1-drop blocker. I prefer a 1-drop counterattack Goku. So if they come out with a blue 1 energy counterattack Son Goku, then obviously I would replace it with that. But for now, this is the best I could do. It is a blocker, good enough. So that's why he's in there. Goku and Vegeta, it counts as both Goku and Vegeta. So you can use 2 copies of this in order to play this out or play this out, or use one of this and any of these 2. It doesn't matter, right? Because this will count as the opposite piece that you're missing for the fusions and effects. And of course, it negates an attack. You can use it to give your leader 5k power until the end of the turn, so it kind of like Senzu beans. And then, of course, this lets you negate an attack and create a token that's a blocker. You could play it for free by taking a life if you have 5 or less life. So you could use it to help you, get to 4 life so you can awaken your leader. Dimension Magic, when you have 5 or more cards in your drop, you can play this for free by taking a card from your life and add it to your hand to play this. And it lets you untap 2 blue energy. So of course it has synergy with a lot of other cards in here. Majin Buu. We already have the ability to untap energy with our leader, but then we have a unison that also helps us untap energy. So we always have energy untapped to play our counterattacks. So we always want to keep our defenses up. And then, of course, there's a 20k double strike blocker that you can swing with it and defend with it because of its active main. Draw a card and switch this card and one of your blue energy to active mode if your leader card is blue, which it is. So you'll be untapping energy with this. You'll be untapping energy with leader. You'll be drawing with your leader. You'll be drawing with this. So you're going to have a nice thick hand, and you're going to have energy to be able to play your negates. And it has the auto -1 ability that when your opponent attacks with a battle card, you may choose one of their battle cards and bottom deck it. So this triggers when a battle card swings, and you can target any battle card you choose, not just the one that's swinging. I was playing against somebody and I had this, and they swung with their leader, and I tried to trigger this, and they're like, "Oh, you can't." And I was like I can. And I looked at it, it's like, "Oh no, you're right. You have to swing with a battle card for me to activate the effect. Not that I can't use the effect on your turn. It's just I thought they were trying to tell me I couldn't use it on their turn. It's like, no, I can't use it. But it's like, no, they didn't swing with a battle card, so I can't trigger it yet. But they did swing with a battle card, and I did get to trigger it, so I still got it regardless. Gotenks Absolute Unison, dual attack blocker. Obviously, you can swing, block, or swing twice. It has a -3 ability, which I definitely use a lot. Choose up to 2 of my opponent's battle cards, ignore them, bury, and bottom deck them. I get rid of a lot of problematic cards for this because I do face, especially when I was playing against the Sin Shenron deck. Two of their big battle cards had barrier, or at least one had barrier, and the other one was just the 9-drop Shenron. It's like, yeah, I gotta get rid of the 9-drop. So this came in handy getting rid of them. So he definitely puts in work. And of course, this with the Floodgate auto ability where my opponent can't attack with battle cards unless they bottom deck a 2-cost or higher battle cards. And this definitely puts in a lot of work for me, especially when I combine it with shows reinforcements or sparking or dimension magic. And then of course, -2 definitely puts in work. Clear my opponent's board. Sucks that battle cards go back to the hand, so my opponent could reuse them. But being able to clear their board, slow them down, get the auto off, and try to, get to the. Typically, you want to play this on turn 6, so that way turn 7 you can turn it at ties. But sometimes you might have to drop this a turn sooner. Drop this on like turn 5. But something you want to do, obviously, play this on turn 6, right? Get the effect off, do the -2 ability, survive until turn 7. Then on turn 7, you want to use it again before you play turn ties. You want to use its -2 ability again to bounce their battle cards back to the hand, to clear any blockers, as well as just to make sure that the battle cards in their hands, and then play turning tides, and then that gets rid of their hand. So it's like these two combined helps you board wipe your opponent. So that's why I like to combine them. This helps me set up turning tides, plus this helps me clear my opponent's board with turning tides, so I can make sure they don't have battle cards on the field for the clapback, right? That's if they survive and don't lose, but they typically would lose once you drop turning tides. In Gogeta, Peerless Fusion, Ultimate, Triple Strike, 45k. Obviously, by the time you can activate and pay 5 if all your energy is the same colors. This is the mono blue deck, so it won't be that hard to get 5 blue energy. You could play this for 5, and then you draw 2 cards, switch 2 of your energy to active mode. Then your opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand and 2 of their battle cards and send to the warp. So this will help you again get rid of any potential blockers, clear their hand of at least 2 cards, so their hand size are smaller. You'll draw 2 cards, so your hand size is bigger. So technically, it's like you have 4 cards more than your opponent in that situation. And then you're untapping 2 energies, and that's not to mention the fact that you can also swing with the leader, do its ability when it's awakened to draw and untap 2 energies. So you'll have 3 extra cards plus 3 energy to use on the turn in which you use this with the leader. And you can obviously use that I said 3 energy, I meant 4 energy. 4 energy, because you get 2 from this and 2 from the leader. So 3 cards and 4 energy. So you have 4 energies. And of course, you can use the 4 energy to do a Ultimate Fusion Gogeta play. So that way you can get rid of 2 more battle cards if there is any left over. And then, of course, have a 25k double strike on the field, on top of the fact you have a 45k triple strike. So you could potentially swing with this, then this, to try to finish your opponent off. So that right there is potential 5 damage just with those 2 cards. So that's some synergy there, and that's the end of the video.